meet, like, I am shy it's like if someone knows me and comes up to me, I'll name drop and brag all the time, but I could not go up to someone. Excuse me. I've done it only a few times in my life, and I am no good at it. So like, but like even at the White House, like Biden walked in, basically, the Secret Service was sort of guarding his path onto the stage. And then he saw LL Cool J, where I'm standing with, and he sort of walked back to us. And then the vice president came with the first gentleman. So I'm standing, it's me and the first gentleman, like, and then and I was like, I am sitting there like, and it's always true with me somehow, because I guess I know enough musicians. Politicians make me nervous. Yeah. Like I met the first George Bush the first time I ever went to the White House. It was a state dinner, and I was covering it. Harry Connick Jr. was playing it, and I didn't know I was going to be brought in to meet President Bush. And when when I was brought in, and they said, when he shook my hand, I didn't dislike him particularly, but he wasn't my kind of.
But still,
guy.
president.
He's the president.
I could barely breathe. Yeah. I could barely get it together to say, "Very nice to meet you, Mr. President." And I still have that. Like 2 days ago, like when Biden walked in, I was like, "Oh, this is
Humana.
Humana."
It's not like The Crown where there's there's a proper way to greet royalty.
I did curtsy.
Oh, okay, good, very good. Okay, at least you do
for
that.
Biden or for the first gentleman.
I'm trying to get to be second gentleman. It's not going to
Cal
work.
State Northridge guy.
Yeah, go Matadors.
All right.
Okay, so wait, you just reminded me. Speaking of being not wanting to approach someone, and you were talking about Lindsey Buckingham. I remember this. Do you remember you were outside the Troubadour or the Palm?
Oh, we saw Lindsey.
I wasn't with you, but you called me and you said, "Should I approach him? Should I? Because he's so cerebral. You just don't know. Some people are approachable or just innately approachable."
Yeah.
And you didn't. You did not approach him.
He was outside Dantana's by himself, and I passed him. It's like one of those moments you pass him and like, that was Lindsey Buckingham. Like what? And then I was like, I can't.
How would he have responded to a fan coming up on the, just obviously not girl.
Right. Yeah. If I just say anything, whatever I said it wouldn't do justice. So why?
I think it could go either way with Lindsey. Like Tom Petty, who was someone I loved and knew very well. I don't think he was that good with that. Like he was shy when he was sort of out in public. He was the nicest guy. He was such a great guy to me. But I think some people aren't necessarily good when they're surprised, or it's very, very funny. Like the story we sort of alluded to with Trevor Noah was I'm flying next to him for 4 hours, 5 hours on a trip to the city. I wasn't going to say, "Hi, my name's David." He 3/4 of the flight said, "Hi, I'm Trevor. What game are you watching?" And then I said, "I'm David, and I wanted you to present at the Grammys Sunday." And he goes, "You did? Because no one told me." And that's so. But I would never go, "Hi, I'm so-and-so." I tend not to do that.
Yeah.
I'll make an exception, like if there's stories I want to hear, like, But I did. Who was it? Debbie Harry. I once flew next to. And I think I did. I waited till she said hello, and then I asked all my Blondie questions.
Which is so funny when he says, "Hey, I'm Trevor." Like,
yeah, well, it's like, "Well, hey, I'm Bono. You want to have a beer with me one day?"
It was exactly like that. It's super cool move.